James Harden still wants out of Houston. Here we go again. Many thought that James Harden would pull back from wanting to be traded once they swapped the Russell Westbrook for John Wall, plus signed DeMarcus Cousins and got a new coach. Nope, he still wants to be traded. James Harden has made it very clear some of the teams he wouldn't mind being traded to, such as the Philadelphia 76ers, Brooklyn Nets, and the Miami Heat. The chances of James Harden going to the 76ers in a trade has kind of slowed down now that the 76ers aren't including Ben Simmons in any trade packages. Kind of figured eventually when it got down to the nitty-gritty of James Harden going to the Philadelphia 76ers that the trade would fall apart if they expected to get Ben Simmons back in return. Anybody pretty much should have known that. Some of the Sixers are not giving up Ben Simmons for James Harden. I'm pretty sure that was the center of the trade as of lately. Also, he mentioned the Brooklyn Nets. I think he wanted to go there and team up with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. I don't see Steve Nash breaking up the supporting cast that Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant have to bring in James Harden. I just don't realistically see it happening because you already had 2 stars. You really don't need a third. Wishful thinking with that one. He also mentioned going to the Miami Heat. I'm not opposed to James Harden going to the Miami Heat. The only catch to it is that the Miami Heat would have to give up Tyler Hero and some of the other players that the Heat are probably playing. Definitely don't see the Miami Heat willing to give up Tyler Hero. They're pretty high on him, especially coming off of how he played in the playoffs for them. So any trade with James Harden going to Miami Heat and they want Tyler Hero back in return, you can dead that now because Miami's not going to part ways with him. Another thing I think that you'd have to take into consideration, how would James Harden and Jimmy Butler play together? Jimmy Butler pretty much has the respect of everybody as far as Miami, and for James Harden to just come in, I think he's just going to be the man. I don't know how that's going to fare with the team dynamic and the team chemistry there. And plus, Miami's basically building around Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Hero. So I don't see him going to any of the destinations he basically mentioned. Now it's pretty much just get him out of Houston. So him pretty much going to any contender. Maybe he goes to the Bucks to team up with Giannis. The only problem with him going to the Bucks to team up with Giannis would be the Bucks don't have nobody to trade in return for James Harden. Because you would be trying to bringing James Harden in to go along with Giannis and Drew Holiday now and Chris Middleton. So it's like, who do the Bucks have to give up that would make the Rockets happy? And I can't think of anybody on their roster that I could work with. So it's pretty much now the Rockets are talking about maybe a 3-team deal to make it that they get something worthwhile back for James Harden. So I think that sounds a little more reasonable, a little more doable. So just have to see by the time trade deadline comes up this season, um, whether James Harden will still be in the Rockets uniform or he'll be playing elsewhere.